And it took us a couple of opportunities on that same play, Jay, just to see that it was the ball in his hand as the elbow hit.
Right. Watch. Now watch. What I saw sooner or thought sooner, as he gets hit, it's his knee or someone's knee that looks like it's a ball. At this point, you lose sight of it.
The ball's
right
still
there,
tucked.
you lose sight.
Still
now, right
tucked.
here, see, right there, that's somebody's knee. I thought was the ball. Now his elbow hits, then the ball comes out.
I think that's a great call, and that's a great use of being deliberate by the replay because your first indication was fumble, and the Cougars not happy. They're 0 of 3 on replays.
Yes.
But Tulsa stays on the field. There's Kieris Garrett, had a touchdown earlier. He'll pick up a first down and 12 yards on this play. And there's a marker down, and Evans is saying he got hit late. Kevin Stansberry.
Automatic first down.
Roughed the passer, and Evans will see another few yards tacked onto the end of that play, and Tulsa in business again.
Yep, they have compounded a turnover that they wanted, took some momentum out of their sails, got a pass play down the field, compounded with a roughing the passer. This defense has to find a way to rise up and not hurt themselves. Well, Tulsa is taking advantage of it. They're just moving down. They know they need to put points on the board because Houston has to go into the win.
And we're inside 9 minutes to play in this American Conference game from TD ECU Stadium in Houston. For the third time this half, Tulsa trying to score a touchdown to tie the game. Evans in space. Evans thought he was going to dive for about the 1. He went sideways and got jackknifed at about the 3 where Stewart got him.
Good coverage, but look at the rush. People don't stay in their lanes, can't get off blocks. Can't say much enough about the offensive line of Tulsa right now. They just played well this entire game.
Great point, Jay. They're providing some room for guys like Langer and Evans to rush. 2nd and goal from the 3. They'll go to the air. Kevin Lewis. Nice tackle in space by Howard Wilson. The football loose again. Oliphant has it. But that play was down, and Lucas couldn't find the end zone for the 12th time this season.
Right. Watch Howard Wilson come in for a good tackle. Sees the bubble screen, jumps up there quick, wraps up. Ball comes out after he hits the ground. But he did a good job of jumping up there, stopping the momentum before he could even get started.
Thought Lucas might have had some room to the outside. We've seen him spin and go outside. That time he came inside. Old-fashioned power football in an I formation for Tulsa. 3rd and goal from the 1. Evans. And the throw was dropped by Lucas. A little bit low, but Lucas should have had it.
It was behind him in momentum. They had the play that they wanted, but Evans has to put the ball in front. He puts it in front, it's 6. He puts it behind, it's too hard. Momentum is taking you left when you try to come back right. And that's why you saw that. Now we're going to see a power play. But what I would do is what you did before. You're on the 2. I don't try to stuff it down there. I throw it to Carius Gurd. Fletch him out to the wide side of the field. Jump ball.
2 times Lucas hasn't been able to find the end zone. Wide open in the end zone. A Tulsa touchdown. Zach Epps. His first score of the season, the junior from Overland Park, Kansas, gives the fans who made the trip from Tulsa something to cheer about again.
Zach Epps acted like he was blocking on the right side of the screen, leaked out to the left. Nobody took him because they thought he was blocking for the boot action. Great play call by Denver Johnson.
Zach Epps, the forgotten man. Another 4th down touchdown in this game. Carl Salazar remains perfect on PATs. What a game here in Houston. 28 apiece. The play fake from Evans. All alone is Epps. Touchdown, Tulsa. The Cougars and the Golden Hurricane tied at 28 apiece here in our 4th quarter. Really several players making a bid this afternoon for Capital One impact performance. But for the Houston Cougars, they've received a tremendous effort from Kenneth Farrell.
Kids played phenomenal. long runs, short runs, between the tackles, outside the tackles. And he is, as Coach told us, gets the guys fired up. And you can see, look at him. That's what it's about. And if they're going to win this game, he's going to have to touch that ball a few times on this drive.
Which I would not be surprised at all to see it be a Pharaoh-heavy drive once the Cougars get the football back on the kickoff from Carl Salazar. These two teams for 8 years had some epic battles in Conference USA. Either Tulsa or Houston won the Western Division 7 of those 8 years. Great one here today. Ryan Jackson, though, with a bobble, and he will not get out beyond the 12-yard line.
Special teams battle. We talked about it. Another special teams play that has set them back inside the 10. We may come back if they're not able to drive down and score this game. To look at the drive before, when they got the turnover, they're inside the 40 and got absolutely nothing out of it. Not even 3. If they had gotten a 3, it'd be a 3-point difference right now.
Field goal was blocked. It looked like Tulsa had a chance to scoop and score. They didn't. They went 70 yards instead for the touchdown to tie up this game at 28. And Pharaoh back in this pistol formation behind Greg Ward Jr. Trying to get over 100 yards. Ward will find Ambles. Ambles was the man who replaced Ward in the starting lineup when Ward replaced John O'Corn at quarterback. And this is final game here in Houston. He's made some plays. Picked up 9. Cougars really not built to milk the clock, but they just want points somewhere on this drive. And there's Pharaoh again, and he'll gain the first down. But Jay, if you're a Cougar fan sitting in the stands, you wish this was 1970. I mean, gas would be cheaper, but you wouldn't have video replay, because they felt like a couple of times today they had the football overruled on replay, and Tulsa went down both times and scored.
Sure did, and the one play in particular, the last one they didn't have. The one before, I thought that they did have. They had a legitimate argument over that, but that's water under the bridge. You have to play how the game transpires.
There's Greenberry going nowhere. You see him wear number 4. That was the number worn by Daniel Spencer, his teammate, who tore his ACL back in October. So Greenberry wearing that to honor him. He had a huge game, Jay, against Tulane. 12 catches, 136 yards. He's been quiet today. It's been more of the Stephen Dunbar show for the receivers and Ambles.
That's true, and I think there's a testament to Ward. He's finding who's open. And that's what you want on offense, because as a defense, you can't key on one person if he spreads it around.
2nd and 10, no gain on the previous play. Get it back to Kevin Farrell. Farrell's second effort should have another first down. He gained 11 before Michael Muto stopped him. And Tulsa, despite all their adjustments today, they've not had an answer for that man.
They did the same thing, tried to come from a blitz on the top side, and all he did was break right where the blitz came from.
Gained 11, fresh set of downs for Houston. This one started at around their 10. Nice spin move by Farrell, but he can't get through the second and third wave of Golden Hurricane defenders. Mitchell Osborne, a South Lake, Texas native and a linebacker. One of those right around big number 35.
This offense needs to do 2 things. 1, they need to make sure they have no negative plays. 2, put themselves in some type of scoring situation.
2 receivers each side for Ward. He's going to go up top. Who else? Stephen Dunbar. He has been loose a few times today, and Ward has found him.
Sure has. Nice play action, pulls the linebackers up. Very accurate, throws it behind him just a touch, but you're seeing the big hands and flexibility there of Dunbar to reach back and snatch that ball.
16-yard play. Upset that he couldn't stay on his feet, but he was able to make that catch. And quickly, Houston once again back in Tulsa territory. Nearing the 4-minute mark in this game. Jackson down the right sideline. The ball was overthrown. Osborne, a linebacker, was on coverage with the speedy Jackson, so Houston had the play they wanted. They couldn't execute.
I love the play call. I saw it transpire and unlocking itself there, but you're right. Just a little ahead of a speed guy. Now, granted, think about it. They're going into the win. So Quarterback put a little bit more on it, and the ball died, and it carried instead of dying down.
The wind, though, has died down a bit in the fourth quarter. We were worried about heavy winds or even strong rains, why this game was moved up. We've been lucky to this point, so it's not going to be a factor at least now. Farrell has been a factor, and he will carry to the 40, dragging Osborne. Let's see it again.
See, nice break defense, makes a guy miss. Farrell has shown that he not only has size, he's elusive. And that elusiveness has really helped on this drive.
Gain 6 on that previous play. Third and 4 rather. Ward. That ball wasn't on line, but it was caught by Dunbar. He's loose. Down the boundary. Dunbar chopped out of bounds at the 3. 37 yards on a simple 3rd and 4 pass play.
What a play by Budall. What a play by Dunbar. Look at this. Man-to-man coverage. Defender comes up, misses on the play. Dunbar does the rest, and then look at Budall. He knows he has one shot. I just got to run and try to take the legs out. That's exactly what he does. Now you need to give it to the big boy Farrell in the middle. See if he can punch it in.
10th play of the drive for the Cougars. 1st and goal, trying to regain the lead late in the 4th quarter. Who else? Kenneth Farrell going for his 4th rushing touchdown this afternoon. The Dunbar and Farrell show on this drive, and the Cougars back up 6.
Look at the heart, soul of this offense today. Farrell, like a mosh pitch, bunches up in there, and he just bounces out. He's like, hey, rugby is a great tool because I know how to do it.
Began the game with 5 rushing touchdowns this season. He's rushed for 4 this afternoon. An important extra point to make this a 7-point game, and Bullard will pound one through. Tulsa keeps answering down 7, finding ways to score to tie. They'll have to do it again. 3:06 to play. Houston up 7, courtesy of Kenneth Farrell.